Click on live. Good
Thank you,
evening.
Daniel.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We are here. It is indeed another Thursday. And of course, tonight is the finale of season 2023. And we're going to be having some super time tonight. Of course, we've already started the chattering backstage, but just to stay on course with what tonight is about. Tonight, the fans will get an opportunity to interview the athletes. I won't be doing any interviews tonight. I will just sit back and the fans will take it away, guys. So, welcome wherever you are. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us. And as I said before, we're going to have a super time. And of course, we have Dorothy Scott Genius repping for Veer Technical Olympian. Of course, the face of this channel, Ailey Bailey, Mrs. Welcome. Repping for Veer Technical also. And of course, the other athlete on the live, the outstanding Daniel England, repping for Calabar. And in the fans corner, we have Latoya Clark, and we have Ozzy Dixon, who is also a regular here. And of course, we have Jackie Duhaney. We should be joined later on, hopefully, by Taekwondo Tracy and hopefully Davian Clark, who is a busy man. So, guys, we are going to get into things and welcome each and everyone. Of course, Olympian Vivian Spence Morana is on the live, and of course, my producer Sandy British is there. So, guys, the rule is for the first section, the fans will ask questions, and each person will get 4 questions, and you can throw your question out to any of the athletes. And of course, this is in keeping with their track and field journey for Jamaica. So, guys, welcome. How wanna do?
Good.
Right.
Yeah.
Good looking
Good.
people. How wanna do? Jamaicans, how wanna do?
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
I'm
Doing
good.
good.
Lovely. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. Who is going to start first? Who wants to start first? Remember, each fan gets 4 questions, and you can direct your question to who you want to direct it to. Who would like to start? Latoya, seem as if you're burning to start.
I just knew you would have wanted to start with me. Good night, everyone. Good night. Okay. My question is to Mrs. Sorry, I no longer get to call you Miss. Mrs. Congeniality. Mrs. Bailey Taylor. What was the feel like when you first qualified for your first time to be a part of the Jamaica team? What was that like for you?
Jesus, I think it was character games, and making the character team is like the next best thing. And there was like so many people that, because I think within my era you had like Pizzagate Donley at St. Jago, Michelle Berger. So being able to be on the team with those people, and then Calabar has their like Dwight and Omar and San Diego had Omar Bailey, so it was like amazing because you watch those people and then you get to be on a team with them and interact with them, and it's like a different people. Calabar had Wignall, um, my namesake Bailey. So it was just an
Roy Bailey.
American amazing Roy Bailey, and it was an amazing experience because I got to interact with all those people and I get to see them outside of boys and girls champs and realize that the boys and girls champs rivalry wasn't really a rivalry because we were friends like a week later. It was an amazing experience, and getting to leave the country and going to another country was really amazing. It was so much fun, and it had to win. So I make sure I had to win. Well, it's another, yeah. I got third that year, but it was another Jamaican that beat me, so I was all right.
Pardon.
Next person. You're going Ozzy?
Um. Okay. All right. Let me go. Although I've heard the stories already, but nonetheless. um. All right. I'll direct this to Daniel. Um. Have there been any setbacks or obstacles that you encountered in your career, and how did you navigate your career as an athlete, and how did you navigate through that?
Well, it depends. There were setbacks here in within the states. In Jamaica, I was fine. I mean, there was pretty much under the guidance of Herb McKinley. I remember one year I was. I don't think too much people know about this. I was horse playing around and jump over a hurdle and pull my hamstring, strain my hamstring, I should say. And this was like 3 weeks before champs. And so I hold my head down and went back to Irv, coach. Irv, and I think I tweaked my hamstring. I didn't want to say I pulled. And he said, "What happened?" I said, "I was just jumping over a hurdle." And him said, "All right, let's go. Pack your stuff and let's go." So I remember we went to this guy off Mountain View Road, Asian guy. His room was very dark, I was like, man, where coach taking me, And here the guy like, come in. The place was dark, low music. And long story short, I had to do acupuncture for the whole week just to get my hamstring back to normal. And that's how we kind of overcome that obstacle locally. Overseas, that's a whole different story. I never recover athletic wise, but I recover academic wise by not making the marks as an athlete in the track and field world. But I eventually graduated from college, but I never really made it through athletics.
Okay.
Jackie, your turn. Your question. Unmute your mic.
I'm so sorry. Can I take a pass on this one and come back?
You want me to ask a question for you?
Yes, please. I am so interested in Mrs. Scott's, what's the last name?
Dorothy Scott, genius.
Yes, because she went at a time when it was not so it was mostly the men you hear about. I really didn't learn about until later on. So, I wanted to know what it was like for her that time.
No. It's bad. But basically, I had wonderful teammates. And she muted her mic again, so she's not even gonna hear the answer.
Yeah, she's gonna hear. She will hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I had wonderful teammates, and coming from Veer, let me tell you something. Once you step foot in at Veer and you're an athlete, you have a whole family. You receive so much love. And with all that grubbing and stuff that go on with first year people, the athletes are exempt. So coming from Veer, have that background, and then I have some wonderful teammates that I'm still in touch with. And this is going back to 1973. I know some of you weren't born as yet. But, that helped. We didn't stop to think that, well, the boys are getting this and the girls are being the. We had a lot of fun with my teammates. The coaches, not so good. But and it was wonderful being, like Aileen said, my first character was 1973. I finished third at champs behind Regina Montague from Titchfield and Maureen Robinson from Excelsior. But surprisingly, Maureen and I ran the same time in both the 100 and the 200, but I got third. I was the new kid on the block. And we went to Trinidad. I won on the 17 200 meters. But that was marred at the end of the meet because one of our teammates drowned.
Oh wow.
Owen Bruce.
Bruce, yes.
From
Oh, wow.
KC. And that was very sad. And then the worst part about it, I remember they had several meetings and they said, under no circumstances should any of you go in the pool. And he went, other boys went, and he drowned. And he was
Ouch.
the life of the party. He was the life of the party. So even though I enjoy the character, that has stuck with me.
Adampa.
Yeah, I can never forget that. I remember him lying there by the poolside with the white sheet over him, and nah.
Wow. Ooh,
Yes.
Mhm.
that's tough.
Yes. That's hard.
That was my
But-
first experience.
Yes.
Okay, Latoya, your second question.
Okay, my second question, Danielle. As you said earlier that, when you got injured, it kind of marred your track and field career. But what was the worst thought space? Was it not being able to come back to track and field and sticking to education within the midst of that for you, or you were fine because you wanted school more than track and field?
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Thanks for plucking my brain here. For me, I was very passionate want to come back and run for Jamaica. That was my passion, As time goes in college, I was losing that passion because I'm sure you heard my story. I was not able to finance a plane ticket for the trials, and that really kind of crushed the passion. That's the beginning of crushing my passion, right? Because I always believe that I'm all Jamaican, even now, my 100% Jamaican. So I always feel like if I don't represent Jamaica, I feel like loser is a big word, but I feel like I'm losing. I'm like, why can't I do stuff that? Because track and field for me, it wasn't hard. I see people like crying about it. I'm like, dude, it's part of the sport. You try drop out. I was okay with it. I didn't have a problem with all those things because I remember on Mondays I usually run 500s, and I remember I usually black out a couple Mondays just because I wanted to. So I wasn't afraid of the workout. However, as I continued the sports in I think my junior year in college, and then I got recruited by Trevor Graham to go to Kansas State. And when he did, then he left me in Kansas State, right? And when they go coach Marion Jones, they were like, dude, then I have to come back to Arizona to what's his name, Bert Cameron. And then I tried with Bert Cameron at this college, university, and it wasn't working out. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm just going to study and try to catch up on my grades because at the time I was a pretty much borderline C student at the time. So because of those transition and I'm fading out, I was not on a good program. I was like, dude, I need to get this before, because once I out of the school system, I don't have to pay for it. So that was my major concern. Is like, if I don't get this degree, and I do my 4 years, then I have to pay for school. I didn't want to do that, so I just kind of like put track and field. I think it was third option. It was academics, work, and then track and field at my senior year in college. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Dixon, your second question, sir.
My second question. All right. This one is directed to Aileen, as I think the only pro amongst the athletes. In your pro career, has there been any coach or mentors who played a significant role in your career? And how did their guidance influence your performance and general approach?
He's pausing.
No.
Hello?
You're not hearing him,
What
Aileen?
happened?
You didn't
What
hear the
happened?
question?
No, everybody's pausing.
Okay. It seems as if it's from your end because we're
Yeah.
okay from this side.
Yeah, we're okay.
You okay now?
We're
Yeah.
okay now?
Maybe, is it me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
Am I
it's
the
you
problem?
because we're okay. We're okay.
Okay.
Are you hearing Aileen? Can you hear us? Aileen?
No, I think there's something wrong with my internet.
Hmm.
Well, I
We
have to
Okay.
restart and come back.
We can hear
Okay.
you, but
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So she's going to come back because she's not
I cut and
hearing
come
us. Okay.
Mhm.
So what we can do is we while we wait on Aileen, do you guys want to continue or do you want us to wait on Aileen? Because I'm burning to ask a question, even though I'm not asking any question tonight.
Go right ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so we will do this until Aileen reconnects. All right, my
Right.
question is, Daniel, earlier in your answer, you said that you weren't able to afford a ticket to come back for the trials. How did you get over those emotions, knowing that you were so good at your game, but you weren't able to participate to make the team for your country? How did you get over those emotions?
I mean, it took a while. I mean, one thing I know I have advantage over my competitors was I was mentally strong. You know, I find ways to fill the spot, fill the gaps. You know, so anytime there's a disappointment, I usually try to fill it with something else. And one thing I did to fill it with, not knowing that I was unable to make the team or represent the team, what I did was I pretty much just focused on um, building a relationship with my instructors. I would go to my instructors and say, "Listen, man, I know you taught this, but I'm not getting it. Can I set a time?" And that's what I did. I was just trying to, academic wise, just trying to build a relationship with my instructors and go from there. But that's how I kind of fill the gap.
Okay, okay.
I'm back.
Aileen is back.
Sorry,
Ozzy-
if I may, on that follow, because you took that question out of my head. If I may,
Oh,
I just have a question.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Daniel, what would be your advice to current athletes as it relates to that? Because I'm happy that you shared that happened with you, because I currently know of current senior athletes or current athletes who have not been able to afford to come to trials or afford to come for a track meet here that would have caused them to be a part of the team. And we're talking about strong competitors that would have been good for us. What would your advice be to them if it is that they see that they are facing that aspect of things?
I mean, now, we have crazy feedback, but now knowing that we have social medias and all these platforms, it's easier now knowing the fact that, okay, if I plan to go to trials, like if I was in that situation now, right, I fall short this year. So going forward, knowing what I know, I would start reaching out to the fans, reaching out to everyone. Say, hey man, my plan is to go to the trials next year. I'm trying to collect funds now, and be proactive that way. Those things was not taught to us as athletes. Be proactive in the sense of finance. There was no financial platform. There's no financial guidance. There's nothing financial, far as I know. So knowing what I know, my advice to all athletes in school, use your platform. Try to do fundraisers. They say, hey, even if you create a shirt, put your name on it and say, hey, Speed Beast, right? And sell it, but let them know the reason for it, because sometimes your crusade, your cause, people would catch on to it and say, oh, that's a good cause. You want to go on for the trials? All right, I buy your shirt. It's $10 shirt. Something like that, but you have to think marketing. You have to think outside the box for what you want to do. I mean, I learned that now, but back then it was like, hey man, no. And I just, all right, I just go in my corner and stay there, But nowadays you have those platforms. You have all these platforms. You can easily raise funds. You have this thing called Fund Me,
Go fund me.
Go Fund Me, right. Just imagine if I go Fund Me back then. Yeah, it'd be easy, to get funds and purchase a ticket. But definitely, I would do that crusade, find ways to raise funds and be proactive. Anything you're trying to do for next year, start this year for next year.
Can I ask you a question?
Go
Did you
ahead.
ever reach out to the Old Boys Association for assistance?
Well, I mean, I did, but like I said, I was short. It's not like I didn't get funds. I was just short the funds because back then I remember it was 760. I was in Arizona. 760
Yeah,
in the
but I
80s.
still think, the old boys, they could have helped.
Yeah, I mean, it did help because I couldn't remember in college. You don't get paid. You don't get any
Yeah,
money, right? So,
I mean, when I was in college,
right.
I made it back to the trials. Granted, I paid my way. But I'm saying, coming from a school like Calabar, I figure if you had reached out to them, I'm sure somebody would have helped.
I mean, I'm not saying they didn't help. I'm just saying I was still short.
So
I
people
was
with the
still
help.
short because
Wow.
you get 200 here, you get 100 here, you get a 50 here, you get 60 here. Remember, back then, calling, there was no Wi-Fi. You have to call directly. There was no,
Oh, yes, yeah.
there was no like, hey, hit me up the Wi-Fi. No,
And the little one you had, you spend it out.
sometimes even thief a card, a phone card.
Yeah.
Daniel, did the federation ever reach out to you to find out what was happening with your career?
No, nobody reached out. I mean, you were pretty much on your own. Once you left the high school system, I learned you were pretty much on your own. Once you're outside the high school system, there's very few alumni would kind of watch your career and kind of reach out to you. But even though you could ask most athletes, once they're outside that high school system, you're pretty much on your own. You're not really. You do have a family, but you're think they're family, but not with the school anymore. Like
You're not top priority because when you were in
right,
high school, then you were priority, but now you're
right,
gone.
right.
Really.
Then you're pretty much kind of like, I will see what we can do. We will see what we can do, but nothing really got done. So,
Okay, let us welcome Charmaine. Charmaine, welcome.
Hi, good night. Sorry to be late.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
fine, you're fine. Okay,
So,
Ozzy had a question for Aileen, so we're going to allow him to ask his question, and then Charmaine will take a turn. Charmaine, the rules are you guys are asking the question, and each person has 4 questions, and you can throw out your question to any of the athletes. We have Mrs. Dorothy Scott Genius. We have Daniel England. We have Aileen. Okay, so Ozzy, you can go ahead with your question for Aileen, and
All
then
right. Okay.
Charmaine will go.
All right. I'm gonna change the question.
Why?
No,
You feel like him question make Aileen run away. So
no, no, no,
No,
no.
the internet.
It's just as I have a. I think this question would probably for the fans viewing it probably the response probably will be instructive. Um, over the last couple of weeks, we have heard on the Jamaican scene discussions about contracts, negotiations, etc. As Aileen, a person who was a professional athlete, could you, without even giving us specific numbers, but just a general principle, how is contracting work? A contract with a shoe manufacturer, bonuses, um, just generally, because a lot of discussion has been going on, and people, including myself, and this is why I'm pushing for this, have been speaking, discussing, arguing from an uninformed position. And we're making certain assumptions, which sometimes are totally incorrect. Just give us a broad, how it works with the coaches, the managers, agents, general, just a general.
So with most contracts, it depends on who you are and how's your status. So when I was leaving college, I just won the double at NCAA, so I was marketable. So my contract was decent. Um, and then and then there were like bonus attached to my contract. So an Olympic gold medal, let me say medals are tiers. So let's say depends on who you are. Let's say you get a gold medal, that's probably like an extra $20,000 from your contract, and then then 15 if you get a silver, and then 10 if you get a bronze. And then also when you go to that, back then they were like golden leagues. So if you place in the top 3, you get bonuses for those as well. And then your ranking at the end of the track season, you get paid. If you're in the top 10, you get an extra bonus. And then a lot of our contracts have coaching fees in. So our coach money is different from the money that we get. So there's like a separate section that, let's say you have like a $10,000 $10,000 US. So it depends on who you are. You probably have between $5,000 to $10,000 a month for your coach. Or it's factored in that they get like a specific amount for the year, and that's it. So if the contract has this amount and your coach wants more than what the contract offers, then you have to go into your personal money to pay your coach that extra amount. And then some people, all them get is clothes. So you just get a close. Some people, they just get close contract, and some like I remember one person, their contract for the year was $15,000 US, and that's not a lot of money. Some people like get $6,000 a year, and that's not a lot of money. So, and a lot of athletes make the bulk of their money from the track meets, because back then, if you win a golden league, that's like 20 grand, and it drops down, kind of like how the diamond league is. First get this, that, and then if you win a golden league, you get that $20,000 plus your contract has a bonus in place. So maybe that bonus is either 10. So it's not the same amount as the diamond league money, but it's probably like either 5 or extra something. So most athlete makes the bulk of their money from there. And then there's what else? So medals, you get a specific amount. Olympic medals are like enough money. Once you get top 3, enough money. And then some companies, if you place in the top 8 at the World Championship or the Olympics, they have money in place. But not sometimes you see people guess that people get this amount of money, and sometimes let's say they have this network say I'm worth so much $1 million, but I ain't worth all of that. So people just assume and calculate your paycheck. And then you have to factor in like taxes. You have to pay any country that you run in, they pull taxes, they take their taxes, and then when you go Jamaica, you have to pay taxes. But like if you live in the US and they take taxes from your money from another country, then the US, you don't have to pay in the US. But if you live in Jamaica, them take them tax and then Jamaica will feed them money because them the business. So
Tax.
Okay.
and then so contract, it depends on who you are and what's your status. So based on how much money you get. But you
Okay.
just have to have somebody that you have to have like people in place that can maybe get you like a contract, like how Johan has the Richard Millie contract. So that's and then now Shelly has it. So you have you have like your management group that gets you, because and then like remember 2004, my manager Timothy Spencer, he got me the thing. So I was on thing all the thing posters and all of that. And then so yeah. So it's just different things.
Okay. Could I just have a little follow up to that? Just a quick.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The whilst I understand, I mean the contract with the apparel manufacturer, that part is clear.
Yes.
The type of contracts, for example, a watch or a thingy or whatever, do the agents, managers, coaches, do they get their percentage of that also?
So no. So you and your coach work out a different thing.
Okay.
And if your shoe company have a coaching stipend in it, then he'll get that. But if the coaching stipend that's in your shoe contract is not what your coach is worth, then you pay him that extra.
Okay.
And then I forgot that part. Your agent, once they get you the shoe contract, it depends. Because I think my agent was getting 10% 10% of everything I make.
Oh, everything.
Yeah. Everything I make, my agent gets like 10% of it. Yeah. So once he negotiate that and get it to you, he gets like 10%. He gets 10% for the life of the contract.
Right. Okay.
But then that was back then. No, it's more. So the agent gets
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Depends. Depends.
Yeah, I know
but sometimes like let's say you have like an athlete that's getting like $1 million a year, so some agent might not take the 10, because if them take 5, then them still get a good cut. But yeah.
So it depends on the workaround. Same way like when you're buying a house and you go to the lawyer and the lawyer determines the percentage.
Yeah.
Different world
standards.
Yeah. And then you have a whole heap of bunch of people you have to recruit. So you have like a whole team. You have a management. You have a manager. You have an agent. You have a lawyer. You have an accountant. So your money not really.
Physical therapists and all those.
And then you have to pay for your own physical therapist. You have to pay for a massage therapist. You have to pay your medical doctor. You have to pay your head doctor. Because we are all athletes have like a sports psychologist to help you with the mental product track. So it's a whole heap of avenues that you have to navigate.
Good. Nice.
Well, with that said, Charmaine, what is your question?
Hi, good night again. All right, so my question is really for Daniel. And I think I was reading something not so long ago, and what jumped out at me was that the same predicament, or should I say challenges that Daniel had, right? It seems to me that a lot of the top tier athletes from Calabar basically had similar challenges, not necessarily specific or unique.
It's having. Let's call it spade a spade. It's having similar challenges.
Right. They don't matriculate onto the Olympic scenes, right? And I wondered if Daniel probably proactive or active in the Old Boys Association, and is Calabar doing anything about that, or is there something that has been looked at from a professional standpoint?
I mean, it's that's a good question. Thanks for bringing that up. All right. Thanks for plucking my brain. Well, yes, I'm very active. Anybody knows me, I'm very active in the Calabar fraternity. I do, matter of fact, I just host a summit in Jamaica in October for Calabar, and most of the proceed went to Calabar. On that note, the challenge that a lot of people don't is aware of, it's not aware of, um, the the coaching body, right? Is not really mentors. you know, they're not really mentors. They're just coaching. So their responsibility is just on the track. Anything off the track, they expect the parents or the parent to teach you those information, give you those information. So as the year goes, you become a senior and you're still having grasped a lot of information for the next transition. So what I try to do with my summit is provide all these different aspects that you'll be facing in your next transition, such as banking, such as the SAT exam, preparing for the SAT exam, reaching out to colleges, let them know you're interested in their schools. So these are the things I try to do in my summit, for not just Calabar, for all students, because I was told once you're Calabar, and once you leave Calabar, you're Jamaican. So I provide that service to Jamaicans now, me personally, right? So I try to help.
Come hang out with you.
I try to help by providing, there's a thing called athlete profile sheets. So anytime an athlete comes to me and say they want a scholarship, have them fill out a profile sheets, and I take that profile sheets and I send it to all the coaches here in my database and shop that kid around. And that's what I've been doing. But
I need access to that.
I'm sorry?
I need access to that.
I think I'm giving too much information.
No, it's good because I have friends that are coaches that needs kids, and if I can connect with you on that aspect, we can literally help like a whole bunch of kids.
Yes. I mean, like I mentioned, the kids, the schools need help. All the schools, I don't care which school in Jamaica, the help is needed right across the board, and like I said, due to the summit, I would have kids reach out to me and say, "Sir, I was at the summit. I need a scholarship." I mean, sometimes it's late because the problem in Jamaica is they're asking for this information on their senior on the way out.
Okay.
The kids here, they're taking their SAT exam in the 9th grade, and they take it 2-3 times. We are taking the SAT exam, which costs a lot of money. It costs money, but the scores make you better marketable for the transition. And we are doing those like the last semester in their on the way out, which is not good.
No.
However, back to the question is, a lot of coaches in Jamaica is not mentors. Unfortunately, they're just coaches, and the lack of mentorship is what face most of us, because we learn in the hard way, and that's something, unfortunately, the mental one that will survive, and those that are not mental will definitely fall by the wayside.
All right. Thank you for that. It's a lot of information, but and some of it is very appreciated. I'm aware, but specific to the question, really, is that, like, I might use a Michael O'Hara, for instance, who was doing very well at high school level, and then he probably went to one of the local clubs there, and he just dropped off the scene just like that. And being a track and field fan, and somebody who's like, very integral into that sort of thing.
Oh, she gone. Oh no.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
But answer to her question, we all have different routes we take. Not it's track and field doesn't fit. It's a puzzle. Not everybody fit in the puzzle. Some coaches get along with athletes, and the athletes don't get along with some coaches. Life crisis. You have your parent, say, "Hey, you signed contract. Why you don't give me some money?" You have your family, barking at you. So, so it's not a one cut all, because she's the fan before seemed like because you're there in Jamaica and you signed this contract, all is well, and you should be flourish. But as we know with O'Hara, that was not the case because it's just life, things
It
happen.
didn't work, right?
And,
Yeah,
and
it
like I
didn't work.
said, and
And
like I
not
said,
every coach is for like not every because everybody seems to want to go for the same coaches
Yes,
and
yes.
expect. So everybody wants to go to Coach Mills and expect a Johan and Bolt type of success, but not everybody is meant for that. Sometimes a lot of the kids are not like the thing is they throw money at these kids and the kids are not educated on how to manage the money. Because I mean I made when I was in high school I just had guidance that would not allow me to fall for, oh, there's this contract you need to get, we can get you this contract right out of high school and you can stay in Jamaica and train. No, the persons that were like guiding me, Auntie Carmen, no, you go college, you can go college. The negotiation that I did, they said you can go to college for a year, see how it feels. If it's not for you, then yeah, we can shop around for a contract, but at least try that road. I came up here, I went to Kansas, it was cold, I stayed there for 2 years. I enjoyed my experience and I transferred to University of South Carolina and it was some great, most wonderful experience. And then I went back to Jamaica to train. So not everybody is for Jamaica. Not everybody needs to be in Jamaica and train. And a lot of coaches in Jamaica now are trying to force the kids to stay in Jamaica to train, and they're not being guided properly.
Exactly.
So
information nice. Jackie, do you have a question?
Yes, mine is not as serious, but was very irritating for me at the time. I would like to know, Aileen,
yes,
question is for you. Did at the time when you guys wore the one sleeve
the original.
The sexy suit. Just say the sexy suit, Jackie.
Did you,
2004.
anybody had any input? Anyone of the athlete had any input in that thing?
It was made and brought to us at the training camp. Girl, it was like a whole production. We were supposed to be painted. They had like a whole thing for us.
I was livid when I saw it. I'm sorry.
Why?
What was it?
That piece in the center.
Yes, that piece. We didn't even notice it.
Yeah, I didn't like, but I liked the whole thing. I said, Lord,
we didn't notice that until after the fact. We thought everything was all green, but I didn't know that part was literally highlighting our private. That was after the fact. We was like, oh my God, that part is gray.
These are young ladies. Who did this?
Juliet. Blame Juliet. Juliet Campbell. Blame Juliet Campbell.
I was mad. Honestly.
I have no comment. I have no comment.
I mean, at my days, I wear my battery rider and stuff like that. But that thing that came up, it was just like, see me here.
And then the cut of the bathing suit. The thing is not. Here's the thing. What happened is that back then they weren't no shoe company were not making the uniforms for Black women with us in mind. So when when they make it based on their standard of bumper and them stuff and hip, they were thinking about us.
Aileen, you never had a problem.
No, that was fine. It's just like
hello, everybody had a problem for me.
Here's the thing. My bathing suit, the cut was a little bit. It was like, now you see people wearing style like that, but back then it was like, yo, this is a lot. But
yes, because the cut was above the hip, curving.
Yes, it curved over. Yeah.
And then this white piece of something coming.
Yes.
saying, look what they're doing to my ladies.
We did not notice that until after the fact.
Really? Oh,
No, we were too excited.
Lucky thing, because maybe will not be so self-conscious. Poor Miss Brown. Like,
oh God.
Is
It's stressed
the
out.
you know, is the first I am hearing this kind of reaction about that outfit though. I'm going to
I
be
was
honest.
livid.
Everybody that
It's
I've
kind-
spoken to, they like it, including
No,
myself.
no, we love the uniform, but we didn't like the when everybody started saying the part that comes under, it had like
Pink, but
white instead of it was
yellow.
supposed to be green. It wasn't yellow, it was white. So I guess it
Yeah.
was highlighting to most people. It
One
was
of the busy
highlighting.
and look at the wrong place, man.
We
Yeah,
never
yeah.
got pay attention.
While the
I
button
guess-
was going around.
They know
No, I
why.
guess because as
They-
Eileen said, it
listen,
was
They know why they put it there because they know it went to just draw your attention right there. Bam! In your
But
face.
But
then you could
Puma
always,
is that kind of company though. Puma is
This-
that kind of company. They want that.
but Eileen, as you rightfully said, it was not made with the mindset of black women putting
Yes.
in that. So therefore, they are not thinking that is going to be highlighted in that way. And here comes these lovely black women putting themselves in the people them clothes.
So you know what? Maybe
You
that
guys
part was
were-
supposed to be underneath, you know, but because I think. Oh, so that part's probably supposed to
Listen,
be
the
there.
Jamaican team was the talk of the town in Athens in that
Listen,
suit. That's all I
original
can
dress
say.
code.
Listen to me. It
I'm
was
actually
no,
looking at it now.
Oh, really?
They tried to
it
bring
was
it back, you
no.
know.
They would
Yeah.
have gone viral if it was no.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
man, they would be
Yeah, man.
trending.
No,
They would be
But-
trending. They
Yeah,
would be
it-
trending for weeks.
Man.
There was a
They
lot of
can't bring it
discussion
back.
about it. There was a
They
lot of
would be the
discussion about
center
it.
of attraction. The Jamaican team, now with social media, would be the center of
No,
attraction.
Eileen, you just said them to bring it back. If them bring it
Okay.
back, the Jamaica team are gonna just rip up. It's
They tried it out. Last year they brought it back because some of the girls I think they had it in full blue last year.
Yeah,
The
I saw
one
Brittany
that-
Anderson.
Brittany
in the
had it
ones-
on, yeah.
Yeah, she.
They
I think-
tried, but
Yeah,
it don't have the same effect.
It's
yeah.
not going to. It's the originals. It's not going
It's
to.
the
There
original,
you
yeah.
go. There you go. There you go.
All right. Whose question now? Lati, we're back to you. Lati, this is what your final question.
Is it?
Cool.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Is it? I'm wondering too. I would ask 2 questions, and I think I only asked 2 questions.
Yes, you're right. You're right. But because of look who we are going to welcome now, Mr. Dwight Thomas, another
Thank you.
Rabalak.
Hello, everyone. Good night. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm late.
Yeah.
Hey
right.
Dwight, hi.
Just finished
How everyone
practice.
doing?
Another Rabalak in the house.
Oh, man. Why?
Rabalak
Right,
is
Daniel.
here and Veer is here.
Very
Okay.
technical.
Yes, very technical.
Yes,
very
yeah, the
much.
one and only.
Yes.
Don't know.
It's just one.
Banana.
Don't play with them. You know. Charmaine, Charmaine, your thing is upside. You're sideways.
Other way.
Turn the other way, Charmaine. We're looking at you laying down. I think
Where
she's
they do
hard.
I
Good.
are the home.
Orlando.
Good now.
Eh?
Orlando.
Okay. You still at
Yeah.
IMG?
Yeah. Well, I came back to Orlando today.
Okay.
A busy man.
Yeah,
All right.
moving.
All right, Latoya, it is your question now, and Dwight is in the house.
All right, so Dwight, welcome to the party. As you come, let me just show something at you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll just take it away. You know, Charmaine asked Daniel the question about Calabar. So like when you come
Yeah.
both with your green and stuff, you know.
Okay.
The concept, as Charmaine said, the concept of Calabar athletes not matriculating well. What is it though that when we do get to see them come onto the stage, what is it that you think is affecting not just Calabar athletes but athletes in general in this season now? Why it is that they're not
Transition.
are transitioning well onto that stage? So we have seen them at our boys and girls championship or junior levels being, you know, the one to watch, as the world would say. We're
Yes.
always watching Jamaicans, but when they come up the ranks now and become senior, they just become a shadow of themselves. What do you think is happening, or how do we fix that?
But my opinion, to be honest, I think like the schools, like the major high schools in Jamaica, like Kingston College, Calabar, and Jamaica College, we have our high school phenomenal kids that run a lot of events all the years, from class 3 all the way up to class 1. I could use like Daniel for one. Could use Christopher Taylor for one. You know, he won every class from class 3 all the way up to class 1 and break every record. But then when they transition to pro, it doesn't translate, right? They don't show the same dominance as they did in high school. So for me, my opinion is I feel like they use the most of the talent in high school. And then the smaller schools like Johan Blake High School, Manchester High School, some of these high schools where Bolt came from, Nesta Card, I could call some other names like probably even Michael Freda, Woolmans is not like dominant, like Calabar. They end up transitioning. Aileen for one, you know, Very Technical was very good as well too, but she was one of the exception, like probably myself, you know, like. But I think because I don't want to use the word burnout, but I want to use the word like they race a lot in high school.
They burn out.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to be like very careful how you put it.
Sorry to interrupt you, but there has more Olympians than any other school.
I was waiting for Mama. I was waiting for Mama on that.
Never gone out.
I was gonna jump in on that too from here.
Our energy. We have more Olympians.
And always in champs, girls champs.
8 people. And that's Olympic team. So don't bother including with the other
You somewhere else, please.
From my opinion, that's what I feel.
Dwight, you walk into the fire.
Yeah, I walk into the fire. Yeah.
No, but
if I may, can we just go around the table with the athletes with that question, because I think it is something that is really a bother to my.
But when Dwight and I was in high school, really never. When Dwight and I was in high school, we never really do no whole running. No, like we never know it for running. We were like
the
tapered. Yes, specific
at that time.
Track
The
meet,
the
and we pick and choose. Because we pick and choose.
The event.
We pick and choose the track meet them at the event. Because remember me used to run 400, I mean 400. And then me up on a 4x4, but me not run 4x4. But they like back then, yeah. Dwight used to run Dwight was a hurdler.
He was a hurdler.
But him we run on the 4x1. Him no hurdle. He didn't hurdle every week. In better break.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah, in better break, him run a flat event. But these kids, them have them running like every week.
And every week.
Yeah. And then me and Dwight had a super star for our team. Them not gonna run them star every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes more time me and Dwight they chat me to watch.
It's true.
Because back then, like champs, champs, we have to put in the work, but that's the only time we actually did a lot of events. Because me with on a 4x1. And the 100, 200, so 4x4 if needs be, but every week these kids are going and then champs was more, we're gonna run to win champs, but then we have character like 2 weeks later, so then I make sure so we mash up champs and recover to go to character games. So I don't know what's going on with the kids, and I don't remember weightlifting when I was in high school.
Yes. And I didn't like the craziness where they have Carifta 1 week after champs this year. And
it was 2 weeks.
Did they get hurt? You know, like at least
and
give
it has
a week
not
in
changed.
between.
This year it has not changed.
I don't think he should have gone in the first place.
He should not have gone.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Because he run like he PR'd that week.
Yes, and then I'm gonna run again. You know, like
so his body Him
Less than
body
a
shut
week.
down. Recover.
Yes.
Yeah. If they needed, I should have send him go Miami and get some
Get him more
cryotherapy,
fun and then yeah.
and then let him body recover. But no.
So you guys, do you think that the fact that Champs and Carifta is so close, do you think that the organizers of Champs need to revisit the date,
Yes.
because they seem to
Yeah.
be happening back
Yes.
to back? This has been going on
Yes.
No,
forever.
Forever.
I
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
I remember we used
no,
to get
that,
like a good 2 weeks
no,
because
that,
we used
That,
to.
that,
exactly.
Yeah,
They
2 weeks
changed it
Now,
down
tops.
here.
no, it
problem is
It
varies.
started
now,
with one
It,
week. Exactly. We used to get 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But I don't know
Yeah.
what happened how they do it right the following week. Yeah, we used to do it
but
like
I
Mm.
think the
2
well,
problem
weeks.
they're having character trials. In my
mhm.
time, the only time we had a character trials was 1976, and the reason they
Yeah.
had that was because Veer was defending champion 76. They claim our age
Yeah.
played, but because we always had so many people on the team, they had the trial
Yeah.
one time. But the team was selected based on the result from champs. So
Oh.
Yes.
get ready for
Yes.
champs, and then
Oh.
go for
Yeah.
trials, and then there was never a trial for character. I was
The
in
Oh,
thing,
uh,
Miss Dorothy,
when
the thing gets so big now and
it
it is
get
so
big. It get
global, and
big.
the
Oh,
talent.
Yes.
huge, you know,
Yes.
yeah, but
anti-Darity.
they
That's
still
even
can
big,
prove it from
huge.
the results of champs.
Yes.
We have
Of
only
course,
We
talent.
can.
definitely
Oh
they
yeah,
can
we can.
use the champs and do it.
They use
But
that
if
Yeah.
they use that,
Carifta is
but
just
question
basically
No, no.
pressured by these kids. They are
Carifta
running
is basically Jamaica Sports Day.
you
yeah,
know,
but
Yeah.
the question
That.
though,
Can I?
if they use the winners from champs, we're
Champs.
gonna ending up with what we ended up with when we saw with Abuaji. Because for example, this year champs, for example, if DeAndre Daly wins it, we're gonna want him to go in and
Yeah.
and be in Carifta. However, what if his body doesn't recover
It was
from
off.
that?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
also when you do have the trials, sometimes you find that the winners don't necessarily always want to go to Carifta. I've seen that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
also the winners of the championship don't become the winner or don't make
Yes.
the team to
Yes.
Carifta trials.
Yes.
So therefore, we're
Yes.
gonna have people like me who's going to say, if we're going to choose it that way, we're gonna still have persons who are gonna be iffy about it and
But
stuff
it's
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So to just store it out, we just fine. But I think this year,
change because in my time you make character team, everybody want to go to character team.
Yeah,
But
man.
Everybody was saying,
this
"Oh, I
generation
don't want."
is
We
not like
all
that.
wanted to go to character.
This
It's
generation is
not
not
as
like that.
competitive. It's like Jamaica winning almost everything. So it's
Really,
like
We
a
were,
yeah.
we were winning back then.
Yeah.
We have been winning since it started 1973. We have
Yeah, we have lost.
Tell them after dark.
Yeah.
Even when they
So you
tried
think
to
we should
cheat
do away
us
with it?
in Bermuda, even when they tried to cheat us, we still
Even this past one, they tried that a little bit, and it's
Them
still,
them mash
still
me
yeah.
up with
Yeah.
it.
With
This
the
last one I
relay, they
was
tried to
still.
cheat us, and it's
You know,
still
one
didn't
year
win.
I
Yeah.
had my passport checked, my final character. I remember the Bajan team said, "Dorothy, tell us the truth, man. You're the coach." I said, "No, I'm competing."
Yeah.
And I was having breakfast, and Vilma came and said, "Dorothy, I would like to have your passport." I said, "Why?" She said, "The Bajan contingent want to see my age." I wasn't even 19 at the time.
Out order, man.
I was going to be 8
It's certainly out order.
August. And then
Some road
next
out
one,
order.
I met a Bajan in New York. He's a year older than I am. And
Yeah.
he competed, my school called him for money. He competed at the 77 character when his last character should have been 75. And
You
they
see
still
that?
lost.
And
These
it's
were
still
the
lost.
same people that asked to see my passport.
Auntie Dorothy, you're a troublemaker, you know.
But they don't like we.
You know?
But if I could just interject here, going back to the original where it started about the character and champs being too close, the character games. Character is set the weekend of Easter.
Yes.
But Easter varies sometime from late March into
Right.
April.
And I think that is the
Which is
reason why
exactly, which is why
is
sometimes we don't want to
happening
have
when the 1
plans
week
too
is
early.
1 week or
Right.
2 weeks.
Exactly.
That is the
I think
reason.
that's the reason why you
Because
find it
character
happening
is set
sometimes.
for that period, while champs is normally set for the last week, basically in March, and therefore that's the reason. Because Easter tends to change itself based
Yes,
on
used
the
to
No,
vary.
actually,
So they
even
go
they
on
change
that.
the date at
Okay.
champs, because I don't remember champs being the last part of March when I was in
It
high
varies.
school.
It's
In fact,
normally the week leading up to Easter.
there have
right.
been
It's
Right.
champs.
normally that
There have
week.
been
It's just
champs
because
that
Easter changes itself
Yeah.
around.
So
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
sometimes,
it's like
yeah,
that.
there
yeah.
have been champs
It
that
was
are
earlier during
held
my
as
time
early
because
as mid-March all the way down to
I think it
End
was
of March,
finishing,
Yeah.
ending early April.
early
Champs
April.
is
Yeah.
First,
around
second, right.
Easter. It is planned around the Easter
Easter.
holiday. Yeah. Good discussion. With that said, okay, Charmaine, do you have another question? And
I
then
wanted
we're
to
going to
follow.
move into another section after this.
No, I just wanted to follow up with my question to Daniel because, as I said, I was reading the article and that resonated with me because it is something that I always think about where you have these top tier athletes and most of them are from Calabar. And therefore, I just um, wanted to know what steps are being taken by the Past Student Association and active past athlete members like Daniel
And you can include Dwight in your question
and
now, because
Dwight.
Dwight come
No,
out
right,
strong.
right.
Yeah.
And I noticed he spoke about
Need a whole
mentorship,
program for
but I
this.
think for me it's a little bit more than just mentorship. It's about applying some level of expertise and knowledge based on past experience and what has happened to past athletes, even like himself, and what steps are being taken to kind of correct some of those situations. Therefore, um, to help those athletes propel or move on to the next phase of their life, right? And I understand, based on what Daniel have said and my interpretation, and please correct me if I'm wrong, where it seemed like there is some lack of understanding or comprehension as to what should happen at the next phase of those athletes' life. And I
Yeah.
also, like I've said before in previous discussion, is that we're not a reading public. And sometimes as young athletes, and most of the athletes, they themselves are not too preoccupied with the fine print and what is written. And sometimes the parents, depending on the situation, are so excited at the accomplishment and what is physically happening right there on the spot, and not taking much and not paying much attention to the future and the longevity of, you know, expanding and propelling the career path of that sort of thing. And so, therefore, from that standpoint, and it wasn't just myself, as I said, it was an article and it resonated with me. What are the steps being taken by the Past Student Association and the professionals in Calabar that when the athletes get to this stage, how do you help them to get to the next phase, to let them end up like an Aileen Bailey per se? And we recognize that. So I'm in the 50s, so I'm following this thing for a long time. Things have changed, and I've noted in the earlier conversation about the contracts and that sort of thing. A lot of that has changed because persons are more equipped now in terms of what it's a business. And you go into a business and you invest. The investment is you, your time, and what you intend to recoup from all of the time you're putting into all of that. More money is also into it, and therefore more professionals are coming on board, right? And if you're looking, like for instance, MPV, you have Bruce James, who's a former banker. You have Stephen Francis, who was at MBA. So it's not just, you're not just doing it for the fame anymore. It's everybody is doing it. It's a job. It's a job now, as opposed to when Aileen Bailey was there and Puma would come on with their foreign people and they do anything, and we're as locals we're excited about that. It doesn't happen like that anymore. The knowledge is out there, the expertise are out there, and everybody have a chance to kind of choose from where they are. But specific to Calabar, and like I said, the athletes who do not transcend onto and be successful, albeit it shows that they have the ability to do that. What is the Past Student Association and your body, and I know doing about it? Hopefully my phone won't go die again this time, but that's really the question I was asking. And maybe Dwight can assist you.
Well, I mean, Dwight can assist.
Yeah.
But Dwight could go ahead and then I could follow up with Dwight.
You know what I believe should happen with a situation like this. I think Issa, for number one, should put something in play where they could have like past athletes. Like, let me use Aileen because she's on this. Aileen is very good at public speaking and public engagement. She's always like open, introverted person. To like come in, go to the high school and speak to the kids even before boys or girls champs and kind of educate them a little bit about the next step after high school. You know, Aileen is an NCAA champion at University of South Carolina. She could share with them a little bit of knowledge, like what it took for her to go from very technical all the way to
Right.
USC and became a national champion, not only in high school and the collegiate level, and then go on and won a gold medal in the Olympic Games. Like, have past students coming, but it have to take like a big head like Issa. You know, J3, not so much because they're not so much involved with high school as much as Issa. So that's why I would say they have to use Issa versus the J3s. So I think like Issa should have something where they could bring in a Aileen Bailey, a Maurice Wigner, Daniel England, a Dwight Thomas, a Gregory Harton, all of these different people to come and speak. A Juliet Campbell. Juliet Campbell worked with Puma. She could come from a Puma's perspective. Puma is Jamaica sponsor, brand sponsor for the past decade. She could
Right.
explain to them how did Puma get involved with Jamaica, how did it start. Everyone knows it started at St. Jago High School where Pastor Rollins started there, and then now Jamaica and Puma have a big relationship. With Usain Bolt was the face of Jamaica track and field, and probably still is, even though he's retired. So that's where I think it needed to be started from, like from a Issa, bringing in past athlete. And you know why I use this as an example? Because the National Football League, which is the NFL, they does the same thing. They bring in the past NFL retired players and talk to the rookie players that's coming into the league so they don't make same mistakes or go the wrong way or the wrong road. So
And
they
the
could stay on
NBA
par
does
for
that.
greatness. And the NBA does it too as well.
NBA does that.
NBA does it too as well. So that's what I would say. I would say use Issa. Issa need to implement a program where it use past athletes. Like all of us on this here, come in, speak to the athlete, kind of educate them, give them an idea of what they're going to experience, what the road going to look like, and what the journey going to feel like. And don't be short-sighted or don't try to take the short road and just wait and be patient and it will all happen. Like, for me, that's my opinion. That's what I think should be done. Yeah.
Okay,
I
fair word.
agree with you,
Fair.
but I think they are more interested in the outcome of champs.
Yes.
Me, I think that's what they are interested in, the
Yes.
outcome of champs.
Yeah.
And then when the athletes age out of high school, they are basically on their own.
Oh,
They want to protect their championship.
yes.
And they do it at any means necessary. I don't think they're
Yes.
really interested in the well-being of the athletes. If they were,
Wow.
they would have done something a long time
Long
ago.
time ago. Yeah.
Right? It didn't
Yes.
just start yesterday or today.
Yeah.
If they were
Yes.
really interested in what the athletes do after high school, they would have done some investment.
Yes.
For me, because when I went, because I started looking out for like my peers at Veer, because when I was at Barton and Veronica was about to come out of college, I made sure that a scholarship was in place for her.
Yeah.
When Jura was when I was professional, and Jura and Kimberly Williams at Triple Jump and all of those younger ones were still at Veer, like. But then I had a connection with Miss Emily. She was the dorm mother. So like, if the kids need a pair of shoes, I'll send her money, because I don't trust most institutions, because you give them money and they don't go where it's supposed to. So I had somebody there that I know would, if the kid need food and I send the money, she deal with it. If there's a scholarship and they said it's for this kid, I give it to this person. I give it to somebody that is going to make sure that that child get it. Because a lot of times kids have the opportunity to go to school, but the coaches hold on certain things and don't. Because my best friend been trying to get athletes from Jamaica for scholarships, and it's like them want money and.
Yeah.
And them want this and them want that and all of that. So a lot of kids get lost and left in Jamaica, not knowing they had the opportunity to go somewhere. So like I said, like Dwight said, Issa needs to get involved on that level and make sure that the kids know things. Like I coach high school track out here, and the kids that are in from grade 7 they're prepped on what it is that they need to get into a university. So they start the SAT prep. They know that they need maths, they need a math, they need a science, they need a social science, they need this and they need that to get into a university. In Jamaica, they're not doing that anymore. I just got lucky that I had like Lacina them and all of those people that went to Veer. They, when you see them at Penn Relays, they say, okay, you make sure you take this class, make sure you do this class. So we had people like past students like telling us what we need. And back then they used to help us. They used to help. Past students used to invest a lot of money in these kids and the school. But it's just that if you are not there, the money don't do what it's supposed to do, and you can't call a kid and be like, Ray, because then the coach has a bigger influence, and the coach is going to prevent you from communicating with those kids. So a lot of time, even though Daniel and Dwight want to do a whole bunch of stuff for their school, if the principal not giving them access, they can't help the kid. If they're being prevented from having access to these kids, and a lot of times, if somebody like Dwight and Daniel get into the ear of that kid, then the little money where the coach are gonna get with sign a bullshit. Sorry, excuse me. Bullshit Puma contract or an Adidas contract, then he's gonna miss out on that, and then the child struggle, and then everybody's wondering, so why this person didn't progress to this? Because there's everything right now in Jamaica is about money and how much money you can get. Like I said, my best friend, amazing coach, and if you send out your pitney to come to her, your child is going to be taken care of academically, mentally, spiritually. But in her trying to get athletes, them want money, or them want something on the side, and or them want gears and all of that stuff. So a lot of times, all of these kids had the opportunity to leave Jamaica, had the opportunity to go to a 4-year institution that will pay for their education, but it don't happen because these coaches are for themselves and not for the kids. So until Issa and J3As come together and figure out something for the kids, and it's not always about the kids, it's about win champs and Puma, and say all of the school them I get a little money if them win champs and them get a cut, and them a worry about the money and they don't care about the kids. I remember one year Warren hurdle with him tore muscle fracture, and them have him out there hurdle. Them had him hurdle on a fractured toe because they didn't want to win champs.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's like a collective of things.
We need a week.
And parents, me no business if you have a my mother, a basic school education my mother had. But then my mother realized that her child had the potential. So she gave guardianship to somebody. She made sure she scoped. Mr. Spencer was a lifesaver, and everybody that came in, and Auntie Carmen, and she gave guardianship to those people because they knew what it was about and what I needed for them to guide me. But my mother was involved in everything, but she was educated on what it is that's happening. These that's parents need to make sure they're educated on what's happening. People used to fridge. People sell them pitney for fridge. I have mashed up in 2 years.
We have heard the stories.
Parents are the downfall to their own kids.
Of course.
Exactly. And parents need to educate themselves. And a lot of times, your child is not a cash cow. They're human beings. Make sure they're in the right situation. So that's a lot of reason why I thought most pitney get molested and all of them things. Like our parents just drop off them pitney and pay attention. And them get robbed and coach sign contract, and the pitney I get nothing when the coach I get all of the money from the contract, and the pitney just they struggle. And a train not have everything that they need to train.
Yes.
So the powers that be really need to put a system
We need to
in
protect our
place
children.
to protect our student athletes. We
Yes.
need, and we've said it so many times on this program. I think everybody who comes on this program, we touch that topic. We need to have a system to protect our children. I cannot say it enough, but with
And
that
that's why them not gonna bring Dwight and Daniel and me
Yeah. Yeah.
and Gregory and them people that will come
Yeah.
and say, yo, children, this is what they're
Yes.
not gonna do that because
Not
we're
gonna
gonna
do
take
that.
away their source of income.
Yeah.
Them passive income I go gone.
wow, it's
It's a
But you know,
hashtag.
my daughter ran track. She quit on me senior year, but that's okay. And I was at every practice, every track meet. She took the school bus once because I was at a doctor's appointment and they changed the schedule. My husband said, I don't understand. You go to all the meet. I drive my dog. I remember a coach said to her one day, you're always under your mama's arms. I said, whose arms you want her to be under? Yours? When we go to the track meet, my daughter is sitting right there with me. When she has to go warm up, and I can always see where she's. Some of these people are too free and loose with their children.
Yes.
They are just too loose with them. That's what I have so much respect for my high school coach, Albert Wade. Mr. Wade was bad. Let's just put it this way. But he drew the line when it comes to his athletes. He drew the line there. And I remember one year we were supposed to be at character 74 to be exact. And we had to check in the hotel, I think the Saturday, and he wouldn't let us go. He said, he was one of the coaches on the team. He said, I'm not going to let you go in a hotel with so and so, I won't call their name. He took us to his brother's house in Pembroke Hall, slept on the floor, gave us the bed, got up the morning, fixed our breakfast because Maureen got Sean and myself. Then we went to the hotel. These people just give away like they're giving away.
Like they're giving away.
Yeah.
I don't play that. Every practice, thank God I retired. And if they're doing any nonsense, I say, Mary, let's go. And of course, I'd make up an excuse why she has to leave. But I never sent her away. Not everybody can afford to do that.
Yeah.
For what is going on now, you have to be present in your children's life. You have to.
And with that said, we're going to save some of this discussion for 2024. Now we are going to go into section 2 of this program. Section 2 is going to be short. I want each person to name 2 athletes. You're going to name 2 athletes that you've never met that you would like to meet. One is Jamaican and the other is a foreign athlete. So we're going to start with Dorothy. So think of 2 athletes that you've never met, one from Jamaica, one from a foreign country that you would like to meet. Go ahead, Auntie Dorothy.
Allyson Felix. I would love to meet Allyson Felix. On the Jamaican side, I've met him. Who on the Jamaican side?
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
You met all of them.
Rough. There's so many.
Oh, Jesus.
Which one you haven't met that you would like to meet?
I would like to meet Parchment.
Handsome.
I love him.
Yeah, I would love to meet Parchment.
Okay, Daniel?
He carries himself like a true gentleman.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just by the way he walks, the way he approaches. You know, I would love him to be my son.
Wow. Lovely. Daniel, your time.
Overseas, Van Nieker. I would like to meet Van Nieker.
Yeah.
I think You know, statue wise for a sharp man, he just a beast. You know, it's like a
You're biased, right?
Beast one. No man, he's a real beast one.
Yeah, he's a beast. You know.
And who is the Jamaican?
Donald Quarry. I missed him a couple times.
You haven't met Mr. Quarry yet?
Yeah, Mr.
I missed him a couple times. I never, you know, I mean, he's always in the vicinity. I never really had a chance to, you know,
Okay, just figure it out.
Okay. Latoya?
My overseas athlete is no longer in the game. Yelena Isimbaeva. I would
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I would really love to meet her. Jamaican athletes, I really can't say. Off the back of my head, I can't pick out who I've not met as yet. That's
you've met all of them. Okay.
No, not all of them. I'm just like saying I can't pick it out of the bat. You have to give me a second and think about it.
Ding, 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 ding. Come on, Lati. Come on, Lati. The name is rolling off your tongue.
I don't know. I've not met Kimberly Williams. I think
remember, you know, it's who you want to meet.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Who I want to meet, I have met.
Kimberly. Okay.
Yeah, I've not met Kimberly Williams. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Ozzy.
Wow. Well, you're catching me off guard.
You guys have to be thinking about it.
Yeah, no, well, I've been thinking and scribbling down some names. All right.
Let me answer before you, so that's enough time.
A little bit of a bias as far as the Jamaican athlete. Triple jumper, Ricketts, female triple jumper Ricketts. There's something about her I just admire. She quietly does her
Veertech she comes
well.
Yeah, Veertech.
You have her on the team. She quietly does her thing, and I don't think she gets enough of the accolades that some others get. But I don't think that's what she's seeking. But you know,
but she's not in a glamour event,
right? Yes, but
I
had dabbled with the triple jump when I was at school. It was not good, but I like the event. That's my bias.
Who's your foreign athlete?
A foreign athlete, it has to be somebody who's competing now? Or
no.
Oh, okay. It will be controversial. I know some eyebrows going to raise now when I call any name. And I'm looking. Justin Gatlin.
Okay.
Yes, there we go. The eyebrows. And
welcome Taekwondo Tracy to the chat.
I'll give you the reason why. Bands and all that, irrespective of whether you know what we think about, you know, the fact that he was out of the sport for 4 years
and came back
and was able to come back, perform at a high level, exceptionally high level. I just want to, you know, what was his thinking, the mindset, his drive, all of that. That he was able to, you know, get back to that sort of level.
Okay. Before we ask Aileen, Taekwondo, think of two athletes that you would like to meet, a foreign athlete and a Jamaican athlete. You're going to be last. Go ahead, Aileen.
So my foreign person is Talu. Well, yeah, she kind of cool.
Yeah.
Then,
Good pick.
And then Jamaica, no. God, I'm drawing a blank at his name. Triple jumper kid. He's at Arkansas.
Hibbert.
Hibbert. Yes. Me see him. Me love food. And me see him post one spread. So I for Arkansas.
Make him start out.
Okay, Jackie, your time. You're muted. You're muted, Jackie.
Yes, sorry. For my overseas athletes, I have two.
Look here, no miss. All right, go ahead.
One is international, one is Caribbean. So one is out of the sport is Robles.
Robles.
I think he was so smooth and just cool, and I like him. And the same thing for Wait a minute, Barshim, the
Barshim.
long
Oh,
High
The high jumper.
High jumper.
yes, those two for me. I would love to meet.
And
You
you're
know,
Jamaican?
Yeah, my Jamaican is kind of hard, you know, because
So
I
many.
don't
Big
know,
one.
kind of hard.
Oh, no afraid to call the Jamaican them, so.
Never pick one here. You want me
Actually, me
Teresa?
who I actually like already, so.
Who?
But I would love to meet Ansel.
Ansel again.
Ansel
Okay.
again. Ansel with the thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
Dwight,
yeah.
your turn, Dwight.
Oh, for me, locally, I would say Boaji. I didn't really meet him, but I saw him, and for one particular reason, I mean, for past champs, I won 100 at champs, and he's the fastest 100-meter person in champs ever. So
Ever.
I would have to give him his flowers for that. Yeah. And then as international, I would say Marcel Jacobs.
Cool.
Yeah, and reason why I said that because the 100 is always dominated by Americans, and outside Americans, it's
It's us.
Jamaicans.
American, but he's American.
No, he's not American.
He's French.
No, he's
He's not. He's American.
Who is American?
No,
Jacob?
No, he
He's
happened to be born.
Oh, he was
happened to be
born
born.
Italian.
in America, but he runs.
Born American, but he runs for
But
England.
he's Italian.
Yeah,
If you listen to him, he doesn't have an American accent.
That's true.
Oh, man.
Well, he might get it out there come back home.
He's an American.
But
No, accidentally born in America.
No.
All right,
Yeah.
let's hear Charmaine now. Charmaine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go with Veronica Campbell for Jamaica. And the grass from Canada.
Oh, yeah. Those two good ones.
Good pick, good pick. Taekwondo.
I have no idea.
Come on, Taekwondo.
Honestly,
Taekwondo
no.
something, man.
No, all right. Let
You
me
don't
show you
need
why.
to
Let me
say
show
that,
you why. Let me show you why it's a bit difficult for me. Oh, I haven't met Alien.
Right. So you want to
Okay, you want to meet Alien, okay.
So the thing is, why would it be really difficult for me? I was in like the middle of the sport where a lot of top people that I really idolizes. When I was getting in, they were leaving. I got to see a lot of them. I got to meet a lot of them, and then like a lot of the younger folks now, I've met them, and you know, it really even hard for me to say. Like most of the top people, them from world record holders, all of them come down, even in Jamaica and overseas. I've met them, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the person who really want to see.
You can add one more, man.
Yeah,
Give me one foreign athlete and one Jamaican.
Oh,
and
I
then
can
me.
give you one foreign athlete. I can give you one foreign
You're not
athlete.
going to give me one Jamaican?
Him say one meet Alien.
Oh, Alien. Okay.
No, I met Veronica, man.
Okay,
One
it's
meet
Alien.
Alien.
All right, give me a foreign athlete.
What's the Russian hurdler name?
Russian hurdler.
Him stop hurdler.
Sprinter.
Shchebenkov. I would like to meet Shchebenkov.
Okay.
I met Robles. I met Lujang. Good amount of Aries married.
Yeah.
You met the
most of
high
them.
jumper too, Barshim?
I want to let
Here's
them
that world.
know. I literally meet Barshim by we ended up in an accident because he was warming up. He might run come down the track and me I walk across it with my headphone.
Oh
And-
dear. Oh no,
Whoever you beat,
and
you guys met.
that was in
Met by accident, literally.
Literally.
All right, so I guess it's my
it was
turn.
London. That was in London.
Okay.
I guess it's my turn. I'm not going to give a Jamaican because I don't want to get myself.
No, you
in
can't do
trouble.
that. You're just supposed
No,
to
you have to pick one.
You put us under pressure. You put all of us under pressure.
No, you can't put the host. The
You're-
host on
you're-
the
you're-
Just call a name and move on.
Boy,
All right.
Just call a name.
My foreign athlete is Evelyn Ashford. She won the Olympic Games 1984. I like her because she is a little dynamo. She's not very tall, you know, and for somebody like that to win the 100 meters, so I've always liked her, and I was cheering for her to win to retain her title in 1988, but of course Flojo happened and she finished second. So I would love to meet
the relay leg.
Yes, she did. She did. So I would love to meet Evelyn Ashford. And
before you say the Jamaican one, it's like when you give it the far one, the foreign one, give it the current one. I want the current one specifically. You know, I know what current Jamaican I want.
You want a current Jamaican athlete who I would like to meet? There's so many of them.
Just pick
the one over my school.
But I have to say, I would love to meet Elaine. I would love to talk to Elaine.
No, you want to talk to her or you want to meet her?
I'd love to meet Elaine. I would love to meet Elaine. Yeah. Elaine.
No, I feel like you want to talk to her. I don't think you want to meet her.
No, but I would love to meet Elaine.
That would be good too.
Meeting is you have to
Yeah.
talk.
Have conversation.
Yeah. I would love to meet Elaine and have a rapport or whatever. So with that said, we all name our foreign athlete and our local athlete that we would like to meet. Now, we are going into another segment. Now, this segment it is called Name the Olympian. How the rules go, you cannot repeat a name. And all the people that we're going to call, a person must be an Olympian. If when it is your turn, you refuse to come up with an Olympian name or you repeat a name, you are out. And the last person standing will be the winner. No.
The Olympian don't have to be a winner, but it's just an Olympian. Meaning
Olympian. Once they make a Jamaican team. Olympian.
Oh, Jamaican Olympian.
Jamaica, yes.
Make that
Jamaica. I'm sorry.
That list is vast, you know.
Yeah, and this is why nobody should miss any name. No, if a name is called and you want a fact check, Sandy British in the room, she has my master list with all the Olympians. So if we need a fact
Sandy.
Yes. If we need a fact check, Sandy will type it in the room that the name is correct or it is not correct. So because I'm the host, I will go last.
No,
so
you're not in this. No, you're not in this. You want something there. You know everything.
Hold on, now you have the master list.
No, I don't. Hold on, guys. I don't have the list in front of me. My producer.
This one.
No, me have to play.
No. You never want to play.
All right, let's let her play. Let's play.
I will go last.
Let's play a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, yes. All right, so we're going to start now.
Let her play.
We're going to start with Dorothy.
Oh Lord.
Just name an Olympian. That's all.
Yes, just name an Olympian.
Oh, name an Olympian?
Yes, that's the order of the game. When it's your turn, you're just going to call a name who is an Olympian, and we just keep it going. If you can't name one, okay. Okay, Daniel.
Dwight Thomas.
Daniel, why is you
You're too bright, man.
It's your time.
Definitely, Dr. Elaine Thompson era.
Okay. Just keep going.
Gregory Magoo.
Aileen.
Gregory Houghton.
Jackie.
Shelley. Dr. Shelley.
Okay. Dwight.
Sharon Simpson.
And you want the whole of our name?
Merlin Otte.
Taekwondo Tracy.
Okay,
it's my turn now. Donald Corey. It's back to you.
Oh,
Dorothy.
Oh, miss me.
Archer Reed. I'm saying these names because I know the younger ones have no idea who they are, so I'm bringing out the older ones. So
that's right. Go ahead, Daniel.
Earl McKinley.
Wow. Lati.
Yeah, I'm going.
Leon Hemmings.
Ozzy.
Ernley Hazley.
Sandy Richards.
Everybody stop.
Hold on. Stop a minute. Sandy, give us a fact check on what's the name, Ozzy?
Ernley Hazley.
Hazley, yeah, he's one. Hazley.
St. Diego, high jump.
Hazley.
Olympic finalist.
High jump.
Sometime.
Jackie, go ahead. Go ahead,
I
Jackie.
said Dion already.
You said that,
out.
sorry? Me never
Somebody
hear
said-
that.
I
Somebody
don't
said
know that
Walker.
Jackie,
Dion.
you're out.
Walker. No, man, that no fear. Come, me never hear.
You have to be listening. No, Jackie, you have to be listening.
But me never hear. Aya.
She said Dion
Melanie
said
Walker. Look much of Bertland. Look much.
no, but hold on, Jackie. Hold on. The rule, you see, you're not listening, Jackie. The rule is
Make you
that
not
do
repeat.
not repeat. You must not repeat a name.
I did
Yes.
not hear, but that's fine.
Thank you. So, Jackie, you're out because if we don't do that, we're going to be here all night.
Right,
Okay,
yes.
Dwight, it's your time. So, Jackie is out. Dwight,
Arthur wins.
Charmaine,
George Roden.
Taekwondo,
Veronica Campbell Brown.
Michael Frater, Dorothy,
Seymour Newman.
Daniel,
Frederick Dakers.
Omar
Latoya,
McLeod. Omar McLeod.
Ozzy,
Bird Cameron.
Aileen,
Alien Bailey.
Don't wait for it.
We call it already.
Somebody call us already, right?
Aileen,
Yes,
you're
I
out already, so you're out.
Yes, Daniel. I think Daniel called him in first.
You are the first one Daniel called.
So once
Yeah.
you're out, you need to mute yourself. Alien, mute yourself. All right, Dwight,
Sanjay Air.
Charmaine,
Oh, damn. What's your name again? Juliet Cuthbert.
Rashid
Taekwondo,
McDonald.
Grace Jackson, Dorothy, go ahead.
Ruth Williams Simpson.
Daniel,
Warren Weir.
Stephanie McPherson.
Ozzy,
Johan Blake.
As I
Alright.
feel you're using the computer, you know.
No, man. It's right. I'm right enough. Oh.
Ozzy,
Dejan Clark.
Raymond Stewart.
Public Civil.
oh God, we had a name in my head, but anyway, I'm going to go with somebody else. Sandy Richards.
You're out.
You're out.
Aileen call her first. Aileen
You're
call
out.
her already.
Aileen.
You're out.
All right, let me mute myself. I swear. Oh, no, sure.
Aileen
Yes,
call her.
Yeah.
All right.
It's me.
Dorothy.
Andrea Bruce.
Daniel,
Maurice Smith.
Lati,
Megan Tupper.
Ozzy,
Millie Walker.
Dwight,
Maurice Wignall.
Charmaine,
Kemar Bailey Cole.
Taekwondo,
Kareem Bartley.
Miss Dorothy.
Back to me.
Yes.
Anthony Davis.
Daniel,
Usain Bolt.
wow. Lati,
Danny Russell.
Ozzy,
Peter Gay Dowdy.
Dwight,
Nesta Carter.
Charmaine,
Sandra and Barnes.
Sandra and Barnes. Is that name on the
Sandra?
list? Yes. Sandy British,
no,
please confirm the name
Sandra.
Sandra and Barnes.
Yes, and somebody. Fact check.
Sandra.
No, Olympian.
Hold
No.
up.
I don't think he is. Sandy British, please confirm. Give us a
think
fact check. Sandra and Barnes. I don't remember that name as an Olympian.
Let's see.
Dave, wow, David's putting in his name in the chat. Where's Sandy British?
She
Please
get in there. She get in there.
Please confirm Sandra and Barnes. And make sure to put it in alphabetical order. Wow, Dave is on a roll.
Very much on a roll.
Yeah, please do not watch the screen. Do not look at the screen. If you are still in
Zandran
the
is
game.
not, man. Zandran is not.
Yes, I don't know that
No,
name.
no.
Hold on, let me bring up my master list here. Like,
Come on,
No,
I'm
you're
just-
out.
I'm a youngster.
yeah, I'm
I'm
out,
young.
so I can look.
It's a boy. Oh, so it's a. Oh, okay.
No.
The 400 meter guy. A 400.
Yeah.
Yeah,
400.
4-2, right?
Yeah.
200.
Sandra and Barnes, hold on, guys. Let me just check my
But
list.
taekwondo, you can't tell with taekwondo, you sit around and say, Sandra young,
No.
Sandra just come in our world.
Yeah, just
No, him never met the last Olympics.
Never met the Olympics.
Sandra never
Yeah,
met
man, him not. Yeah, I don't have him on my list.
Yeah. He's just 22.
Yeah.
Sandra just come in our world.
Yeah, never met the
All right,
Olympics.
who said Sandra and Barnes out? You know,
All right, okay.
Kizu, Charmaine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Charmaine.
Wow.
You're out. You know. So that would Taekwondo. Your time.
Michael Frater.
Michael Frater name call already. No?
Michael Frater name call already.
Yeah,
man, his name call already.
Long time.
Like Carly.
Yes, it's called Mute Yourself Taekwondo. So we have Dorothy's left, Daniel, Latoya, Ozzy, and Dwight. Okay, so it's back to you, Dorothy.
Ethelyn Tate.
Daniel,
Chris Taylor.
Lati,
Kali Spencer.
Ozzy,
Michelle Berger.
Dwight,
Richard Phillips.
Dorothy,
Albert Lawrence.
Daniel,
Richard Butner.
Kenya Sinclair.
okay, Ozzy,
Delorine Ellis, London.
Dwight,
Michael McDonald.
Dorothy,
Dennis Henry. R.I.P.
Daniel,
Javon Francis.
Lati,
Fabian Paris.
Ozzy.
Dela Doheny.
Wow. Dwight,
Juliet Cuthbert.
Somebody
that
said
name
that
call
already.
already.
Really? Call already?
Yes, that name.
Go.
Mute yourself, Dwight. Mute yourself. So it's a 4 at the top now. Okay, keep going. Dorothy,
Carol Cummins.
Miss Dorothy, I go in.
Daniel,
Can we call in the old one? Them not nobody.
That's why you're going to win.
Daniel.
No, but Lati, I go like she have a master list.
No, I'm not. I'm here, young one, we can't. We're done here now.
I feel like they share my list with Latino. Daniel, your time.
Yeah.
Howard Davis, Birdman.
Bonnet
Lati?
Dixon.
Ozzy,
Hillary Oliver.
Dorothy,
Answer Styles.
answer who?
Styles.
Their first Olympian.
I'm not going to know them
Wait,
names.
Styles,
Youngsters not going to know them names.
Styles, that's their first Olympian.
Neil.
1968.
How
Yes,
would you
it's
spell?
true. Styles.
Styles. S-T-Y-L-E-S.
S-T-Y-L-E-S.
We should
That's
have
his
that
first
on your
name?
list.
Answer.
Answer.
Answer. Hold
Yeah,
on
that's
there.
our first Olympian.
Can you imagine that him not make your list?
Hold on. Let me check the list.
Yeah. Check him.
Me have
Sandy said
one
she knows.
also,
Sandy said she
and
knows.
it's parchment.
No, Answer Styles. Their first
Oh, he
Tina
said
Olympian.
said
first
go.
name.
Tina said go there for go for true. The
Oh,
lady
it's-
say go so.
No,
Let
but
me-
I want to know why me not have him on my list. How the name,
Let me
first
look
name
in.
spell?
H-A-N-S-E.
No, I think it's A. I think he's
I think it's
A.
A.
It's
Yeah,
A.
answer.
Hold on.
A.
Tina is
Oh,
A.
yes. A. I found it under A. I was looking under
Oh,
A.
Answer Styles. You see
Yeah,
there?
man. Yes, you are right. Yes. Keep going.
It's on Daniel.
Daniel,
And
it's
then-
your time.
You get a brain freeze.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your time, Daniel.
Winchuck Graham.
Lati,
Neil Gardner.
Ozzy,
Bridget Foster, Hilton.
Dorothy,
Colin Bradford.
Daniel,
Smichaels.
Lati.
Michael McDonald.
That name was called already. Please mute
Yes,
Say
that was
yourself.
your host, Lati, Mike. Do I call it?
Let's go.
We call
Ozzy,
it
yours.
already. We call
Do I
it
call it?
Your time, Ozzy.
George Carr.
Dorothy.
Vivian Spence.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, Dwight. Not Dwight, sorry. Daniel. Daniel.
Grace Jackson.
Grace
I
name
did
was
say
called-
Grace
somebody
Jackson.
call
Mute
it already,
yourself,
yeah.
Daniel. I did say Grace.
Come.
So it's
Grace
between
Carl.
Dorothy and Ozzy now. Ozzy, your time. Mute yourself,
He
Daniel.
said come.
Ozzy, it's your time.
Okay, Lennox Miller.
Yes. Dorothy.
Mark Senior.
Ozzy.
Never mind.
Dorothy.
It is just the two of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coming fast and furious.
Veronica Findlay.
Ozzy.
Cynthia Thompson.
As you look past something, Nina.
No, it's me a school out.
No, man.
Ozzy.
It look like she look past
No,
something.
no,
Why
I
I
am
go to the left?
Yeah, we not still.
Ozzy, you don't have to write. I'll share my master list with you. I have a
No,
master list.
it's me thinking now because it catch me. So I'm just
Okay. Dorothy.
Desmond Morris.
Ozzy.
Mike Frey.
Dorothy.
What's the name again?
Sophia Hunter. You should have that name.
Ozzy.
Omar McLeod.
That name was called.
I done gone already. Say woo!
Congrats.
Veer came up. What's Aileen? Veer came out on top.
If not, must be there.
No, that wasn't meant to be.
Yeah,
Let me tell you guys,
round. I
when-
love this round.
No, man, we
when I
just
was
alright though, man.
compiling-
Remember,
As
the
you have
old
a
was
list,
just so
man.
wonderful, you know, never right.
As the have a list, you know.
No, man, we just alright
You have
though.
a list, man. As you have a list.
We just alright though.
But
Now
you
we
know,
catch me
say,
unawares.
plenty names no call.
Yeah,
Plenty
man,
no
a
call.
lot of names.
A
Yeah.
whole heap, because listen, I have a list here,
A
and
whole heap of names.
Yeah,
whole
because
heap.
you don't hear Pusey, but then you're tackling people.
Lindell Freighter,
Listen,
Ricardo
Lindell
Williams.
Freighter.
That's so much more.
Greg Harton. Nobody mentioned Greg Harton.
Yeah.
Greg
Just-
Horton, you have somebody named
And
Alex Morgan,
Christy,
James Beckford,
Yeah.
Aladdin Fothergill, Andrea
Fothergill, yeah,
Cruz,
yeah. It
Andrea
just-
Thomas, Andrea Parker, Andrew
Yeah.
Wright
Yes.
from
You should
Calabar,
have mastered
Jeremy
this
and
over here, so
Gonzalez.
Anisha McLaughlin, and Surt White,
Yeah, it
Anthony
just-
Knight,
Because you catch us
Anthony
suddenly.
Knight.
Yeah.
the long distance Veer sister them, the long distance sister them.
Ines Turner,
Oh,
Yes,
Ines.
Yeah, Ines Turner. Oh, man.
Ines Turner from Trelawney.
And nobody knows the Sharita all know.
Nobody knows a Sharika. Nobody knows a Sharika. Nobody
Nobody
knows
says Shelly and
Asafa.
Fraser.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows
Somebody-
Asafa.
Somebody said Shelly.
Jackie
Yes.
called
Nobody
Shelly.
said.
I first name that Jackie called.
I
Nobody
said
Somebody said
Shelley.
Shelly. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
man.
Yeah, I
Nobody
said
said
Dr.
Asafa.
Shelley.
Asafa name
And
wasn't
Dwight.
called.
And Dwight said Shelly.
Asafa.
Brandon Stimpton name wasn't called. Brianna
Brandon.
Williams. Brittany
Oh, yeah.
Anderson name never
Yeah, man.
called.
Sybelle never call.
Yeah,
No.
Sybelle name was
Not the
called.
truth, yeah.
Yeah.
Candice McLeod name never called. Catherine Rattray name never called. Shanice
Oh.
Porter. Charmaine Howell.
Yeah, man. Whole lot of Olympians.
Oh, God.
What's her name? What's her name? North over. Aileen, the person who was at your wedding. What's her
Zara.
name? Zara. North
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
She went to
Daniel Thomas died.
Yeah,
Danny,
She was the first.
McFarlane.
She was the first shot putter ever for Jamaica to be at the Olympics.
Yeah, she was at
that's
what?
right.
that,
She was at the
that
Ascent.
Northover.
that's
Oh, there was
what
another
Marley
Northover
was.
who used to sprint from St. Andrew. Oh, okay, I was confusing her.
No, this is Zara.
So her
Yeah.
brother was a long jumper.
Yeah, there was a Northover from St. Andrew High School. There.
Yeah.
Okay, it's who I was thinking of. Okay.
Danny McFarlane name wasn't called.
Yeah, man,
Davian
that
Clark.
name we call, man.
Yeah,
Latina.
Davian name was called.
Latina name never call.
Debbie
Anyway.
Byfield. Debian Byfield. Debian
Oh,
Paris.
Oh, that's enough.
I had
Debbie and
Debbie
Paris
and
is
yeah, I had Debbie.
Debbie and
Yeah.
Paris was called, yeah.
No,
Diane
Debbie
Rose.
Byfield.
Diane Rose name was called.
No.
Diane Guthrie.
Ew.
Veer Girl.
Beverly McDonald.
Beverly McDonald.
Diane Russell.
Edina.
Andrea Bliss.
Trying to recall it.
Also Andrea Bliss.
That's
Patricia Hall.
And
Jesus.
yes, Elva Goldberg name never
Elva.
Elva
called. Marcia Tate name never called. Fitzroy
I know.
Dunkley.
I know.
I know.
George Roden. Gillian Russell.
Oh, God.
Una Morris. Admin
Una
Mir.
Morris. Vilma Charlton.
Admin Mir. Carmen Smith.
Oh my, so many names.
Going back
Michelle
from
Oh God, I
Freeman.
was supposed to call back Carmen today.
Yeah.
Michelle Freeman name
Let's
wasn't
call her back
called.
tomorrow.
right.
Jermaine
because-
Gonzalez wasn't called. Joseph Robertson, Julian Ford, Julia
Helen
Campbell.
Blake. Helen Blake.
Yes, Helen Blake. I remember 400.
But guys, this was fun. It is
Yeah, it was,
a lot.
it
I'm
was,
going to throw one question at all of you guys. Which Jamaican, and this is going to be my quiz closer to the Olympics, but I want to ask, which Jamaican has been to the most Olympic Games?
Merlin Atty.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And the
Merlin
follow-up
has
question is,
representing Jamaica.
how many times she represented Jamaica at the Olympic Games?
That 5?
84.
I think 5, right?
I think
84, 88, 92,
Six.
96.
From 1980 to Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah.
80.
Yeah.
1980. Merlin Atty made the team, every team from 1980 to Sydney. And then she made the Athens team for Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Right.
Yeah, so 6. Yeah.
Yep. Which school has the most Olympians? That's for another time. That's for another.
Hello.
What is a bias?
Show it.
That's a bias question. Right now I'm here this so.
Listen,
Right to the yes bush.
Right now bush.
Wear my Jago shirt. No.
I'm going to which top champs boys school has the most Olympian?
Calabar.
Calabar is right.
Yeah, Calabar.
Boys school has the most Olympian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calabar does.
I'm
Yeah,
still
that's
putting
easy
the data together because I'm going to share it next season. Which school has the most Olympian and which parish has the most Olympian?
Shalani.
Trelawney is very. Trelawney is up there on the list.
Trelawney up there. Trelawney is up there.
Trelawney.
Shalani, is it?
I'm not going to tell you guys, but yeah, Trelawney is.
Yeah, Trelawney, because Trelawney have
Holy.
Veronica, Omar,
Everybody
Ball,
yeah.
Freta, Warren.
Taekwondo is not there. We were born in the same hospital.
Taekwondo is from Trelawney also.
Yeah, we were born in the same hospital.
Yeah. And Michael Frater.
Michael Free and his brother Lindell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And Bobby Gay Wilkins is from Trelawney also. Ines Turner is from Trelawney.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, Trelawney have quite a bit, but you have some parish that are
Nobody
in the
close
mix.
to me.
St.
Nobody
Mary's
close to
also.
Shalani. St. Mary? How many St. Mary have?
Hold on,
Oh, I
let me
didn't
do.
call Lilith name. Oh my
We didn't
God.
call Lilith Hodges. You,
Yeah,
Miss
yeah,
Dorothy,
yeah.
you're going to have to answer to
My
people like
college
Dorothy. And
roommate.
Yeah, man. It's for the moment. That's right. You know, if you had time to think about it.
Try to recall that
But-
the name of
exactly.
call and
Listen.
Arson, that's why.
Yeah.
I
I'm
had,
trying to recall that.
Which is what
when
make
it was
it interesting.
coming around, I had a name in my head, and by the time you get to me, I forget the
You
name.
forget
I
it.
swear.
Yeah. The same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
With Lauren Graham. You know, I had her name and then it just slipped me.
Lauren
Oh, yeah,
Graham
and Novlin.
Evelyn Williams.
and Novlin Williams.
Hold on. I'm glad that you guys are on the thingy. Which school Chelsea Hammond went to?
She went to school in New York.
I think it's
Oh, she didn't go to
US.
school in
Yeah, I
Jamaica?
think
Her parents, her mother and father are Jamaicans, but she was born in New York.
Okay. So I put
Oh.
USA beside her. I was trying to remember.
there are
Yeah.
a couple of Jamaican
Dwight, which
around.
parish are you from? Kingston and St. Andrew?
Kingston.
And
St.
St.
So
Andrew.
what you have to look up in our ceiling now, Brian?
No. Yeah.
You're
That's all, man.
Look here.
That's all, man.
Look here. Gonna leave Dwight alone.
Yeah.
The thing is,
That's all, man. I don't know, you know.
Me glad him not come from Vera or Chilani.
no, somebody had told me that Dwight is St. Catherine. So let me change it right now because I'm gathering
Dwight
data
himself
for.
knows.
St. Catherine.
I went to Waterford Primary in St. Catherine, but that's not where I was born.
Oh,
you
so
know?
it's Kingston and St. Andrew.
Yeah, Kingston. St.
So we
Andrew.
go way back out there, so it's for
Let's
school.
go way over Portmore, you know?
That's why them think that.
Way over Portmore. Look here,
That's
there's
cool.
another name me want to help me with. Demish Gay. Which school Demish Gay went to? Anybody know?
School in Manchester.
Belfield?
I think it's Belfield. I believe it's
Okay.
Belfield.
So I have that right. Good. Good. And now help me out, you know. Thank you very much. Debian Paris. Debian Paris went to Veer or St. Jago?
There.
Veer. Woodmine
Debian
Culinary, but it's Veer.
Byfield. Debian Byfield went where?
Debbie Byfield.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. And she from which parish? That may have to go find.
I know she had a relative that lived in Spanish Town. But
Davian Clark. If Davian was here, he would say Saint Catherine.
Yes.
Catherine.
Yeah, David.
All right. I'm not going to share anything else with you guys from my master list because my master list is coming together for next season. But guys, thank you very much for being here tonight. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. Yes. I enjoyed the track and field season. So before you guys leave, I want each of you to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, starting with Miss Garrity.
Early.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Wish you good health. Nobody else is still competing. But if any are doing at the Masters level, I just wish you all the best. And HP, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you for what you're doing to my sport, which I love. Yeah. And for introducing some of us old timers.
Yes.
New sets of
yes.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Yes.
For next year. And before we go, Daniel, is he muted? I met a friend of yours. His name is Graham. I can't remember his first name. He lives in Georgia.
Yeah, Andrew Graham.
We just bought a car from him for our son.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah,
he's my batchmate.
Yes, he went to Calabar.
Miss Dorothy, you're in Georgia?
Yeah, I live in Georgia. I've been in Georgia for about 8 years
May I come up there for New Year's Eve, so me need to come look for you.
Yeah, stop. You know, I
love this.
Vivian, we have been corresponding, and she lives less than an hour away from me.
Okay.
So we are supposed to meet up soon.
Watch all the friends meeting.
And
I love this.
God, I love to feed people.
Our belly.
I love my belly.
You know, my daughter took over Thanksgiving cooking for me. She said, "Mommy, you're gonna cook too much food." Yeah, help it me a Jamaican and
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
Mr. C, you should have born in Jamaica. You'd understand.
That you're right.
I would love to see. I've never met you, Ailey.
Yeah, definitely, because we're coming up there on the 29th.
Oh, really? That's my sister's birthday.
Yeah.
Make sure you have sorrel ready, Miss Dor. Daniel.
They are sorrel, rum punch, all of them long.
Make sure you take pictures, sir, and send them to
we can see them.
So we can see them on
Yes, I need pictures.
Definitely.
My people connecting. Daniel, it's your time to wish.
You say you're foodie, I'm a I'll eat a big walk and we'll eat again until hours.
Please let Daniel wish everybody a happy holiday, please.
Yeah, that's fine. HP Chat Track. I appreciate you having me on the board here, and I wish everybody growth. I wish everybody health. I wish everybody wellness, and I pray everybody that enter the 2024 in good health, good standing, and God bless you all and your family.
Okay.
Latoya.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all the best for 2024. you all are victorious in the 2023 season and will be greater victorious in your 2024 season. Happy holidays for myself and everyone in the Track and Field TalkNet family. And happy holidays to you, HP. Thank you so much for having us and being a part of us. So happy holidays to you all.
Thank you. Ozzy?
Ooh. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to one and all the viewers out there in Track and Field land. Wishing you health, prosperity for 2024. Don't overdo the eating, because although we're not on the track, we have some serious work for 2024. We don't want to be out of shape.
No, that be
And,
shape.
you know, just wishing everybody the best, you know, for the new year.
Thank you. Jackie?
Okay, so I just want to wish everyone, I don't know wherever in the world you are, health, wealth, and strength for the coming new year. And also remember to share. Share not because you're going to get something back, but share because you just want to give somebody something out of the kindness of your heart. You don't know what that could do to somebody by just sharing just a little. You don't have to be anything. If your thoughts, a hug, something, right? Because we are always in service. You understand? So, and I also want to thank Sandy for introducing me to HP. So, all of this, and I just want to say, Aileen, you can get in touch with HP and ask her to give you Alton Mackenzie's number so that you can get in touch with him. That's my cousin. He is Daniel. He is the athletic director.
He's the big chief. He's the big chief. He's the big chief.
Yes, he's
Yeah,
the big
at Washington
He's a big
State.
he's a big
Yeah.
dude.
And he loves to help. He busy though, child.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, recruiting.
You, it's like a link, a network, and he has a good heart also. So
Yeah,
yes, you can get in touch. All right.
Definitely. All right. Definitely.
Everybody, stay safe.
Thank
Yes.
you. Dwight?
I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, and actually, this platform is amazing because some of these people I'm talking tonight I never met in person, but just feel like a family talking to you guys and just sharing so many history, so many names I hear from very technical I never know went to the Olympic Games. And, and how many Olympians I had. But so I'm learning history even from all you guys being on this platform tonight. Alien, I haven't talked to you in a long time. Alien is one of my very close friends and compadre that made many teams together, and it was good to talk to her tonight. And her best friend, she discussed Sweeney. I know so we have so much history together. So good to see you too as well, Alien. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, good seeing you
Thank
too.
you. Charmaine?
She's muted.
You're
she
muted,
muted.
Charmaine.
You're mute.
Charmaine, you're muted.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Really pushed the verb out. Yeah, so good night again. Nice meeting you all. So Feliz Navidad a todos. La mia para Nova Anea.
No, Lordy.
Merry Christmas all, and all the best to you.
Momentito,
That's
por
it.
favor.
That one
We
called
need a translator.
Okay, what now?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish
Yeah, just say Merry
which part she
Christmas
come
and
from?
for the New Year. Sorry.
St. Catherine, Spanish town.
No. Kingston. Kingston. All right, so yes, Heather, you're doing a great job, and it's good to bring everybody together. And like I've said, like I was in school when Dwight and Daniel were running, and so you see them in the stadium, but you've never really met them. So, and Aileen, of course, and all Lati. I don't know when last year has been at church, but and Dorothy, good to see you, Asmo, and Jackie. Well, so yeah, and so good job, Heather.
Thank you.
On the spot.
Aileen?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sending you all love and greetings, blessings and love for the new year. Love on the bad. Heather, yeah, go on good. Love and appreciate everybody for allowing her to have you, to be on her platform to help her spread joy and give information to just everyone that needs it. So big up yourself, Majid.
Yeah.
Thank you. Where's Taekwondo? He left.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And just to tell you, Aileen.
Either before you go, let us use the opportunity to congratulate Aileen also, because then we saw
Oh, yes.
save her.
Yes,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
No, Taylor, I'm
Yes.
asking, no,
Right.
Taylor.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're supposed to start receiving them.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it's my time. Guys, we started this live show June 3rd, and I'm just going to share a little bit about my personal life. I was planning to start the show on June 3rd, and Aileen was the first person that I interviewed live, because I've done interviews with Aileen before. She's one of the originals. And while I was planning the show to start June 3rd, my husband died.
Oh.
Right in the middle of planning. Aileen knows this. Right in the middle of the planning the show, he died. And I still had the show, and Aileen turned up. You know, so I'm just saying that to say, in the midst of everything, things are happening. Things are happening to different people. And nobody knew, because when I come on in front of the camera, you could not tell, because he died like a few days before, and I had Aileen on, and you could not tell. And I remember Aileen said to me, "How you do it?"
Wow.
You know, but because of the love of the sport and you guys being here every week, and let me tell you something, every week I had someone on from June 3rd. So you can calculate how many weeks we have done, and every week we've had a show. So I want to thank all of you guys for being here and being a part of this. And of course, next year being an Olympic year, we're going to even make it bigger and better. And a Jamaican Olympian, she said to me, "Are you planning to interview athletes from other countries?" And I said, I would love to take it a little bit out. And before I said yes, I got a list of names. She sent me some names and some phone numbers. So I want to thank you guys for being a part of this. And it is growing. And Dwight, you'll be getting a letter from me, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You'll be getting a letter.
Yes.
You know, I've started a non-profit organization which will launch in January. So of course,
Yay, finally.
Yes, a non-profit. But you know, we will talk about that more next year. But everything is being worked on in the background.
Yes.
And you know, there are athletes that need help, and we are going to help them however we can help them. So already I've started writing my begging letters, and as you guys heard, Dwight will be getting a begging letter. So because this is how we do it. But guys, I want to thank you all for the support from we've been here June 3rd. From the first show started, we have not stopped, but we are going to break for the holiday and regroup, because next year is going to be a serious season where we are going to be seeing electrifying stuff happening in Paris and the whole works. And of course, we are going to rally around the Jamaican team to be there, and we're going to support our team. So guys, thank you very much for being here. It was wonderful having all of you. Dwight, Jackie, Charmaine, Aileen is the face of this brand. Aileen, because I remember when I started and I called Aileen and we had a discussion for about 3 hours. And I said, Aileen, I have a picture of you in my house, but I cannot pay you to use your image. You know what Aileen did? Aileen sent me a whole barrage of photos and said, use them.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
Wonderful.
able, and I'm still
Very
not able to
good.
pay her for her image, for using her image
Yeah.
in my things. I want to thank Aileen.
That's
Hopefully,
good girl.
hopefully, I will be able to reward her soon. Hint at Dwight.
It's a
So,
pleasure.
That's more than a
so,
hint.
Right, the
so,
pressure is on.
yeah, Aileen did that for me, and when she did it, and somebody said to me that Aileen always turn up,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it's true. She's always, anytime I'm having a group chat. No, but when I told her about this chat, I knew that her wedding was coming up because I was on the list, the invitee list. And I said to her, Aileen, I know that it's honeymoon and everything. And Aileen said, don't worry, I will make it work.
Wow.
And she's here tonight.
And she made it
So,
work.
Aileen, thank you very much, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So
I just want to thank.
reality. Now miss it.
Don't worry, she will be.
She just needed a sweet cake.
Listen,
The idol.
she
needed a sweet cake.
she is going to be doing things with our athletes. That will be her responsibility to offer certain things. And as I said before, it's coming up. And Mr. President Daniel England is right there. He's actually the president of my foundation right now. But so big things coming up next year.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. I want to thank Sandy British, who has been my producer from day one, and I'm still not able to pay her for the job that she's doing. So hopefully, I'm hoping that in the new year, I'll be able to pay her because she has done a wonderful job helping me behind the scene and without pay. And, I want to give people their flowers. We're all here, and I just want to. And for everybody who are spreading the words, Miss Dorothy and the Veer crew has been spreading the word. The Veer crew, I tell you, they are up and about. The Calabar crew, I'm still. Oh yeah, I have to mention KC because Davian is also spreading love
yeah.
So I just want to thank everybody who have been a part of this. And guys, yes, Latoya from trackandfield.net. She has been a part of this journey. And Latoya, thank you for taking the time out to come and hang out with us when we need it. And of course, next year, we emotions are going to meet again. A lot of us clash this season, especially over that 100 meter for women. A lot of emotion, a lot of people clash, and a lot of fallout went on. But at the end of the day, we are one Jamaica. And guys, thank you very much. And thanks to the viewers, the listeners, thanks to everyone who have been a part of this. And we will see you in 2024. So guys, have a wonderful holiday. Have a wonderful holiday and be safe. Be safe. Be safe.
Blessings.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Continue.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.